Okay, we're going to have a look at a bit of MEP for Revit this morning. That's just something I sort of started there using a existing architectural drawing that we have done in the past, project 3, but that's not. We're going to use this as a bit of a reference, but we're going to start it from scratch. Okay, so let's go with new project. Much like the structural one we did, we're going to reference in the architectural. So basically link it in. So what I'm going to start with here though, instead of the structural template, I'm going to start with a mechanical template. Notice they haven't got one called MEP as such. Because MEP stands for mechanical, electrical, plumbing. In theory, maybe there should have been an electrical one there and a plumbing one as well. But it's more geared up, as you can see, towards mechanical, and that's how the whole thing was basically born, from that idea from HVAC, mechanical, and they sort of threw in the electrical afterwards and the plumbing. Pretty much that's what it is. There's a lot more mechanical into it. So let's go to mechanical template. That's the closest thing we got, and go OK. So just like we did with the structural here, we're going to insert and link in a Revit architectural model. I've got one saved here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. Where is it? Well, actually, it's in here, architectural drawing. All right, so here we go. That's the architectural one I'm going to bring in myself. Oh, by the way, just make sure you got it set to auto origin to origin. In our instance, center to center and origin to origin probably result the same thing because let's just say AutoCAD term 00 is in the center of the page anyway for both projects, so you won't notice any different. But I brought in a surveying drawing the other day for the surveying class, and the house ended up sort of up the top right hand corner somewhere, because I did origin to origin. Their origin was different to this origin. So let's go to origin to origin anyway. That's the proper way of doing it. And go open. So here's our drawing here. We just have to add stuff to it. Now this one here has been enhanced a little bit from the one that you've got there, and perhaps I'll put that on the L drive and you can grab that to use as well. The only enhancement is, and we've run through it during the extra sort of architectural tutorials we did. We closed off the rooms here so that they become proper areas, and we did that a while ago. But anyhow, and this has got a ceiling in it as well from memory. So that's the difference. Let's just have a bit of a look. There's no section through here, so just put a section so we can see what we've got in here. So let's go through here and just have a look. And right click here and go to view and see what we've got in here. No, there isn't. It doesn't look like there is one. If there is, it's a thin one. Anyhow, no, actually there is a ceiling. Yes, there is. There's a bit on this side over here, and there's just a very thin one here which you can't see. All right, so where were we? Doesn't matter where we were, but there you go. That's the section we put in. Let's go to ceiling plans under the HVAC. We're going to ceiling. Hold on. Actually, it depends what we're going to do here. Maybe we just create a new one. If we've got a ceiling mechanical, it should be okay. I mean, we can use this. It doesn't really matter. But you can create some new floor reflective ceiling plans and floor plans, because this is basically set up for mechanical, but you can make it to put in anything. And in fact, what I'm going to do is just use one drawing rather than creating an electrical one and a mechanical one. I'll just try and do it in one, keep it simple for this class. Alright, so okay, so here we go. That's a reflecting ceiling plan. First thing we'll do is just try something out. Okay, so let's go to systems here. And the first thing we normally would put in is the lights, because that's the main thing that you work around to. You know, generally you want to put your lights in the middle of the room or something, and then just work your air conditioning around that or whatever else. So let's do that. Okay, well the first thing it says is I can't find any lights in here, and it's a bit unusual. Well, not unusual for this, but you know, you think, but we did pick up the mechanical one, so in theory there's no electrical in it. So let's say we'll load some in. We'll just keep it simple. Let's go down to electrical. No, let's go down to lighting. So there's electrical and lighting. So it's not under electrical, it's under lighting. And in here you have architectural, or you have MEP. Now the MEP have some smarts built into them, so they understand you know, the voltages and all that sort of stuff, whereas the other ones are just pretty families that don't have any idea about electricity as such. So if you're a proper consultant, you'll be using these ones here, and as we are, we'll use those. Internal, where we got? If we got this one here, flat round, doesn't matter. Let's have a look. Let's go with that first one there and see what that looks like. And go open. All right. Then, unusually, it comes up and says which face do you want to put it on. So that there wants to put a light on the wall. Most of the lights I know are on the ceiling, but anyway. So I want to put it on a work plane. Alright, so what work plane are we using here? It says on level 0, which means ground floor. Now there we can, well, we can try doing that, but if I do that, it says can't see it. So basically it's actually on the actual floor in this instance. So if I just close that, if I then go, I want to go level 1. Alright, level 1. So we'll do that again. Again, can't see it. And why is that? Alright. Well, let's go and have a look to this here. So what I've done is I've put, what is this thing? Oh, okay. Let's just finish that off. So I've put, yeah. Let's look at it in a section, perhaps. Might be easier. Let's see what we've done. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, you can't see in a section because it's. All right, let's go back to where I put the section here. It's not going far enough to look at it, so let's just go further and see. Maybe if we can see it that way. You might be able to. Let's bring this a bit closer, actually. Go to view. Alright, so here we're picking up one there. Here you can see it now. So one's up there. Now, interesting. Our original house, the level 1 is at 2.7, but the one that came with the template, the level 1 is actually at 4,000. So that doesn't help. So the first thing we'll do, we'll just change that to 2.7 to match the architectural. Alright, because that's what that is. Now that light did come down, which is good, so we might be able to see it in theory now. That's only in theory, eh? Let's go have another look at this one here. Oh, goodness me, wasn't expected. Alright, so that's the ceiling. Basically the ceiling plan of 0 is where we want to be, because it's a reflected ceiling plan of the ground floor. Let's have a look. Okay, so default. All right, so let's have a look at if I escape that. Okay, and just go down to view range, edit, and we'll go to have a look here. We've got. All right, so we've got some settings here which probably need to be set up properly. Level above level 1 should be 2900, I reckon. I'll just double check that to make it a bit faster with the one we used earlier. Let me just go to view here, and just so we get it right. Here we go, this one here, I reckon. This one. Alright, so if I go to the view range of that, just have a look at the numbers. So they should be set up to something like that: 2900, 2300 of the cutting plane, and the view depth 2900, it says there. Right, so we're just looking a little bit, basically, excuse me, above the ceiling level, a couple hundred above, because the light itself, the unit, is got some sort of bulk above the ceiling, and the cutting plane is at 2300 rather than 1200. So let's have a look at that. All right, let's just close that, close a couple of these. All right, so let's go to the view range here. Project 1. Set that up the same in theory. 2900, 2300 is alright. 2900 there. Let's see. There you go. Nothing happened. So let me just turn off the roof as well while I'm here. VV. Just go to roof. Turn it off. Go OK. Again, nothing is happening, and I'm not sure why is that, but we'll just have a look at the this light here for a minute. If I click on it, it says that it's it's hosted at level 1, which makes sense. So I'm not sure why it's not showing, but let's go back to oh yeah, I think I know where it's not showing. Let's go back to here. Well, I hope I know. Okay, so let's go to VV again. Let's go to lights. Lights are off by default because it's a mechanical template. Alright, so you really need one called MEP, which has all the lights, has everything on by default. If you're going to be just doing some general stuff like I'm doing now, let's see if that worked. Bingo, got a light. Now we can't see the one on the ground that I put on before because there shouldn't be anyway, and that's in the wrong spot. But that's the process you need to go to actually get to see this light. You need to obviously bring it in, you need to change your view range, you need to then make sure in VV you've turned off the roof and also turned on the lights. So it's those three things to look at. Alright, so how are we going with time here? Okay, we're pretty much done with that. All I do is just go with that bit anyway. I'll let you have a little play with that first, and I'll just delete that light. Get that set up to that level so that I don't lose you too much, and we'll do the next bit after. Alright, and okay, so we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, so